There's doctors that have bad diagnosed me for things that I've never had. And I've gotten medicated for things that I've never had.
There isn't a single human being in this room that believes a single word that you're saying. I feel like if I watch this, I'm gonna get banned. Hey. None of them are that big though.
Welcome back to Middle Ground. I'm John. I host the Radical Empathy podcast, and I'll be moderating today's discussion between fit women and fat women. And a friendly reminder, if you are writing a hate comment, you are part of the problem. Our first prompt is, your physique is in your control. Will the agreeers please step forward?
What do you guys think? Is your physique in your control? Like just in general, like the way you look, is it like your control?
Physique, can you specify like what exactly are you trying to?
I think physique.
Yo, if you're fat or not.
Oh yeah, AD.
Getting into this shit, bro. It's not a quiz, bro. Just step on the scale. Don't step on the scale.
Is like the shape and size of your body. Why were you hesitating?
Because, you know, there's a lot of different illnesses around. So I have family members that have like thyroids and they can't gain weight or they can't lose weight. But I think that they can manage to stay at a place that's going to be healthy for them. To me, personally, I do feel like I can be at a better place. I'm working on it, and that's my goal. So.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
W mode, bro. That's what I'm saying.
People have ailments, there's different diseases and all that, but I think at the end of the day, what you can do, the best physical peak for your personal body is in your hands. You may not look like someone you want to look like, your ideal situation, but you can optimize your body to be the highest performance that you think that you can get to.
When I first started working out, I lost 60 pounds, and that included just counting calories. I didn't have to work out as hard. I did the treadmill. I went at an incline, and I just walked the whole time, watching movies,
Jade.
just walk. I just made healthier choices, and I've been mindful about what I put inside my body.
Like you put in that effort, right? You made those conscious decisions to walk on the treadmill, count your calories. You were super exact with everything, and that's how both of you guys were able to lose so much weight, right? So your physique is 100% in your control. It's just that nobody wants to put the effort in.
Just so we can invite the disagreeers, that's a great point to bring in our disagreeers. Whoever wants to pick up where we just left off.
Yeah, I feel like that's true, bro. I feel like people just don't want to work. The second I started getting fat, I was like, okay, nah, like that's not gonna run. Yo, it got to a point, I wasn't fat, my arms weren't fat, like nothing was fat. But my face and my stomach started to get a little big. I was like, all right, cool. Treadmill, stopped eating carbs, and that's literally all I did. I didn't have to count nothing. I just got on the treadmill every day and I stopped eating carbs, and within less than a month I was back to normal, bro. I wasn't in a and then I just mixed in like some weightlifting and I was calm. These are so annoying.
So while of course there are aspects that I think you can control about your physique, I think there are more things that are out of your control. Like, it is so much more expensive to eat healthy than it is to eat like crap. If I go to the grocery store and I just want to buy a bunch of frozen meals, that's going to be so much cheaper than me going and buying fresh produce and fresh fruit and everything.
I disagree.
I disagree too.
Why do you disagree?
The prepackaged foods, the frozen ones, way more expensive. I've been on a budget.
See, do you get what I'm saying though? It's people always have an excuse for everything, even if it's wrong. Love, bro. Like they're just talking about frozen foods. Them frozen foods, they cost like, just for them little pizza things now, like £5 or something, bro. You could make your own pizza for less than £5. It's like, bro, come on, man.
You know, eternally, I always save money by just going to the grocery store and buying ingredients.
I agree with you on that, but I can go get a frozen meal sometimes for $1.50, $2, where if I want to cook a whole meal, like depending on what all the ingredients I'm getting, that could be $10.
So you'll get more.
Yes, but still, you have to think from people who have like no money, and they're thinking like, oh, I can get.
I've had no money. I've had $12 for a week's amount of food.
I hear both. I think that you definitely, in the short term mindset,
it's just excuses after excuses with people.
Is cheaper.
Tag me when you're done with this. I feel disgusting.
You increase the dollar menu now, so which is crazy. It's like $2 menu. So that's valid, I think, but I think it's that's in the long term. Like it's like that short dopamine effect. The dopamine where you're like, oh, I just need something right now. Yeah. I think that's the issue.
I also did want to, just touch on, other than like food costs, like there's also privilege when it comes to like having time to cook stuff.
Definitely,
like if you work a full-time job, if you have kids and stuff, a lot of the time it's just easier. You don't have the time.
Wake up early. Every time I complain about something, I'm like, I don't have time for this. I kind of think, I'm like, oh wait, I could just wake up earlier. Oh my God. New realization, I can wake up half an hour earlier and I have half an hour longer to do stuff like that. Oh my, yeah, acting like meal prep don't exist.
Energy. I enjoy cooking, but it's a lot of work sometimes.
He's on
And
his
it's
own.
much easier for me to just like go through the drive-through. And then also privilege when it comes to like your mental health. When you are stressed, when you're struggling to even like get through the day, it can be really hard to have that motivation to eat well, to move your body and stuff. So for then when people are like, oh, well, why aren't you working out? It's like, dude, I can barely even get out of bed. So like, please stop with that.
I just wanted to say that I didn't step forward because I have PCOS and I just recently got diagnosed with it. So with PCOS,
What's
it's so
PCOS?
much more difficult for me to lose the weight and control what I want my physique to look like. It's just so much harder. It's not impossible, but it is.
We can fix it.
It's something
and
that
we can
can
fix
be
it.
fixed.
PCOS, we can fix
Sorry
it.
to-
So why wasn't she there? What?
And control what I want my physique to look like. It's just so much harder. It's not impossible, but
So why weren't you there when your physique is in your control? Why weren't you there? Okay, it's just so much harder. Okay, it is. That is true. It is so much harder. So why weren't you here? It's not impossible. You literally just said it.
We can fix it. We
It's
can,
something
and we
that
can
can
fix
be
it.
fixed.
PCOS, we can fix
Sorry
it. So.
to cut y'all off, but Bria, I just wanted to hear from you.
The question, like, your body is in your control. I just think it is not 100% in your control. To say it's like black and white, you can change it or you can't, is just crazy. It's just so nuanced. I really like appreciated you bringing up like the food access that you have, the knowledge access, your socioeconomic status. I go to the gym, I sit there, and I'm like, if only everyone had access and the free time to do this. I'm sure so many other people would love to do that, but people are.
It's always Americans complaining, isn't it? Always Americans complaining about, oh, I don't have access to this, or I don't have access to that. What? It's always people in first world countries complaining. What the
Are struggling, they need to pay their rent, they can't just allot that time, they need to prioritize. And I think that's ultimately what is really sad.
All right, let me ask you a question about this to her. Okay, so they're talking about money. Cool. Did she have to spend $10 on these earrings? Did she have to pay $100 to get all of her piercings? Did she have to buy this necklace? Did she have to buy this other piercing? Did she have to paint her nails? She didn't have to do any of that. She wanted to do that. And because of that, all of that money could have gone towards food for the month, healthy food. But guess what? It didn't, because she wanted her nails done. And she paid money to get this tattoo done. Look, you guys can't even see. She has a tattoo like right there. She has a tattoo right there, right? Do you know how much that costs? Tattoo minimum is like 80, 75. Bro, that's like a week of food, 2 weeks of food. So why did she spend the money on that? So to complain about, yeah, preach, we don't have the money, we don't have this. And like, yeah, I wonder why you buy stupid shit. You think I would spend money on a chain and a go-yard bag if I didn't have money for food? I'd genuinely have to. I would have to be to spend money on a chain if I didn't have money for food.
Everyone would love to take care of themselves.
Disagree. I'm sorry, I disagree. Like, there's some of us who are on the fit side that don't have that privileges. I wake up at 4 a.m., have a full-time job. I get it done. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I want to be the highest version of myself, the most evolved version, and she has to show up.
But your life allows it.
Yeah. No,
Your
I
life
make my life
No,
allow it.
exactly.
I
You
surround
do,
myself
but
with
other
that.
people don't have the possibilities that you have.
They do.
Not everyone, no.
And I also think there's something to be
Just
said.
gotta put the effort in. That's it.
I also think too, like let's say for example, you're a teenager and you're like 500 pounds.
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
work that you need to do to remedy that is ungodly. Like that's really challenging. That's a hard
agree.
thing to do for
I
anybody.
agree.
As opposed to like me, I was really skinny and then I decided, oh, I'm gonna
Okay, so this argument is about your physique is in your control, right? And all of their arguments are, no, we can do it, but it's just hard. So you're lazy. That's all it is with these people. They're just lazy.
put on my weight. The results are
Wow.
showing. It looks like I'm working super hard. I make these choices like go girl.
Right.
But that is not the same accessibility that someone can make that change for themselves in different circumstances.
I agree.
So
My
think
only
that is, like-
caveat is it's hard for both, but it can be done, is my point.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
That's
say
my
that it's
only
as hard
point.
for me as someone who's overweight trying to lose that weight. In my opinion.
Yeah, so these people are acting like they need money to go to the gym. You don't have to go to the gym. You probably have stairs in your house. If you don't have stairs in your house, there's stairs somewhere. There is a park. You can walk. Every day you can walk, you can run, you can jog. Oh, but that's hard. I want to go to the gym.
That can be done.
I believe it can be done. I believe it can be done.
Twin,
I think empathy
come on,
and
Riz.
compassion for the different circumstances that may stop someone from doing that is necessary. To see like
Looks like that Gorlock, whatever the
But I'm
shit
saying
is.
some people, commenters,
Myron's
might be
not in
saying
this
that.
episode.
Myra was the worst.
There is a spectrum for your body. Our height isn't under our control, our fat distribution, our bone density, our muscle density, our metabolism. These are all things that make up who we are. But
Metabolism can be changed.
in that spectrum of health, absolutely, we can change who we are.
If you lot are young, like under 18 still, and your metabolism is still fast, I recommend you lot get in the gym now and do shit, like make sure that it stays fast for as long as possible. Because I stopped doing that. I was in my room all day making videos, doing all that. My metabolism just fucking down the drain, bro. Now I have to be in the gym at least 3-4 times a week. I have to, or I'm gonna get fat again.
Body positivity.
Well, I've never
can
been fat,
promote
but
unhealthy habits. Will the agreeers please
I'm
step
gonna get a
forward?
little stabby. Body positivity can promote
I think
unhealthy
blind
habits.
body positivity can be harmful. If it's just like always like, don't ever consider any possibility that you could change something or improve your quality of life. Just blindly accept yourself. I think that's where it can get kind of toxic.
I don't look
Who
like
says
how I
that?
looked when I was 20. So body positivity is encouraging yourself.
Well, you
to
didn't stay
accept
consistent?
You're gonna transform
All
eventually.
right, I'm gonna give you guys the best. This is the only advice I can give you guys. All right, everyone get naked. No weird shit. Get naked. Stand in front of a body long mirror, and if you don't smile, if you don't look at yourself and like are impressed with yourself, swear to God, that's all the motivation you need. I'm not f***ing trolling. A couple months ago, I literally looked in the mirror and I was like, holy shit, why is my stomach like that? Got rid of that shit. I was like, yo, I flexed. I had nothing. Went to the gym. 2 months in, 3 months in. Look at that thing. You know what I'm saying? Your dick is big. Fair enough. Sometimes I look at my dick and I'm like, I'm glad I don't have a tiny penis. I'm like, wow, God, thank you so much. Or dad, that I haven't seen since I was a youth. Thank you so much for this dick. I'm glad that you impregnated my mom and I have your dick. Do you know what I mean? That's something that makes me feel better too. Because if I had a penis, I'd probably myself on GTA 5. No
when you're
troll.
40, when you're 50, you're gonna get wrinkles, you know, all these things.
All you gotta do
So,
is look in the
yeah,
mirror, and if you're not happy, that's all the motivation you need. No one else should have to motivate you. Did you see other dicks? So many dicks.
Variety of people that need to accept you're changing.
Yeah, I think the pendulum has switched to the furthest extreme. I think body positivity was created because there wasn't a space for people who could have acceptance in bigger bodies. And I think it's just gone to the furthest extreme now. And
Like women come in all shapes and sizes, right? And every woman is beautiful. And I think that
Are we talking about women or are we talking about everyone?
you
But
should really be confident in your body and the way that you look, you know, wake up feeling your best. But I feel like especially on social media and in society today, this body positivity movement, I've seen like multiple times where there's like obese women promoting body positivity, and it's
Yeah,
like
that makes no
I
sense.
wouldn't want like my
What's
kid.
obese for you?
Like an unhealthy lifestyle.
No,
like
but
overweight.
weight-wise, what's obese for you?
Obese, like
Like for
medically
me,
obese.
if you see me, you
What's a
consider me
range?
obese?
I wouldn't say that you're obese, but it's like medically,
So,
you know.
yo, fat are such pick-me's. Oh my God, she asked the question 3 times and at the end had to say, okay, look at me. What do you think I am? I would have been like, yeah, you're obese. You are fat. There's nothing wrong with that. You're fat. Oh my. Yo, hold on.
Fat just need to shut up, bruh. I'm not gonna, like, in all respect and all honesty, like, not gonna lie, it be a lot of the hoes talking. You fat need to shut the fuck up.
Bro, he be saying fat in all caps, bro. What the hell? But nah, it's true though. Fat women keep for. Oh my God.
You consider me obese?
I wouldn't say that you're obese, but it's like medically.
So,
I wouldn't take
like, for
I
example-
wouldn't take a single woman in here down, bro. I swear to God. None of them bitches are my
Medically
type.
obese, though.
No,
Yes.
I've been medically obese since I was like 12 and I was not obese.
Well, does anybody here?
So I-
would anybody here?
I've been obese since I was 12 and I'm not obese. What do you mean? What is the meaning of medically obese meaning? What is the meaning? A condition where a person has excess amount of body fat posing a significant risk to their health. So medically obese means obese. Now if we go obese meaning, not obese, sorry. Very fat or overweight. So the same thing in a dangerous way for health. So she just said,
Style,
No,
like
but what do you
overweight.
mean
What's
obese?
obese?
Obese, like
Like for
medically
me,
obese.
if you see me, you
What's a
consider me
range?
obese?
I wouldn't say that you're obese, but it's like medically,
So,
you know.
so like for
So
example,
you're medically obese, though? Yes.
I've been medically obese since I was like 12, and I was not obese.
Well, does anybody here?
So
would anybody here explain?
Wow, she's such a pick me. Oh my God, what a torta. Like
I've been medically obese since I was like 12, and I was not obese.
Well, does anybody here?
So
would anybody here explain what they mean by medically obese?
Exactly.
Like when you go to the doctor's office and you get weight on a scale, and they'll tell you, oh, you're a little bit overweight, or they'll say you're morbidly obese, you're
because of your
whatever
height.
these things. So like if you look at me, you would be like, oh, she's a little plus size, but I am technically considered obese.
little bit. Come on, man. Yo, these women, they know how to put certain words in certain contexts to make it seem like they're not really that big. Do you know what I mean? Like they have a way with words, but they don't have a way with the diet. Do you know what I mean? Like they have they know how to waffle. I'll give them that. They know how to waffle their way out of any situation. It's crazy.
Like if you look at me, you would be like, oh, she's a little plus size, but
You see the way she said it quick? Because she tried to sneak it in there. She was like, oh, if you see me just a little bit, but I'm really not that big, I'm just a little bit overweight. But yeah, it's like, we heard you. Like,
but I am technically considered obese.
So
by my doctors.
And I was obese at, I think it's 30 BMI. Now the BMI, we've have come to learn that it's a little bit tricky now.
Right. It's not the most accurate.
Right.
But that's what it's based off.
Yeah.
But
Right.
so correct. But now that when I was a size 14, I was considered obese. It's smaller than we think.
I think an obese person, and this is not, calling absolutely anybody obese, but I think a person that can be considered obese will not be able to go on walks. They will lose their breath. For me, because I am a person that I'm big, but like I said, I'm still able to go on hikes and I won't lose my breath. I can go on runs.
well, that's a fucking lie. You can go on a hike and you won't lose your breath? So I'm obese? I've been on a hike before. I was tired as fuck. Are you trying to say that you... Okay, alright, chat. Look, okay. Me, yeah? Put me and this torta aquí. Olha aquí. Esa torta ahí. Put me and esa torta ahí. Put us both on a treadmill. Who's lasting longer? Be honest! Be honest! Walking pace as well. Who's lasting longer?
Who's this obese man in my face?
Chill. Who's lasting longer? Excuse me? What the fuck?
Considered obese will not be able to go on walks. They will lose their breath. For me, because...
Oh yeah, also, before this video continues, have such a way with words that they know how to change definitions that have been on earth for a lifetime. Like, she just completely changed the definition of obese. No one has ever said that being obese means that you go on a hike and you get tired. No one has ever said that before. She just made that shit up on the spot.
I am a person that I'm big, but like I said, I'm still able to go on hikes and I won't lose my breath. I can go on runs, I can exercise. So if for the doctors, I'm obese because of the size and the stuff that I am, for the doctors, for me, it is not the way that it works because...
Oh, wow. Again, people. Way with words, bro. They just know how to de-escalate every situation.
An obese person, I've had friends who are skinnier than me. We go on walks and they're losing their breath.
So for you, obesity is just the health parameter of how physical you can be. For you. It's not a physical manifestation of the body.
What the doctor, when that doctor says that bad word, he's looking on a chart versus saying you
How
can't.
many people have been bad diagnosed?
But listen, he's not saying you're ill and you can't walk up that hill.
I've had doctors say that to me.
You go, I
That's
have
the
that.
thing. I've had doctors
I'm
say that
obese
to
and I
me.
can still walk up that hill. And that's what's fabulous about it, right? It doesn't automatically mean you're ill, but also down the road, absolutely it's going to mean you're ill.
People that smoke every day, they're pretty obese because they can't go on a hike without being out of breath. Yeah, that's basically what she's saying.
It's not going to be the same
But
story.
this is the thing, you think they're genetics, but since I was really young, I'm active. I'm an active woman.
I never said you're not active.
No, I know, but I'm just responding to what you're
Okay.
saying. I'm not saying that I'm not active. I'm responding to what you're saying about the doctors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I have had doctors tell me that.
Tell you what?
That I'm obese and that
Yes.
I cannot exercise, that why am I not exercising, why am I not doing the effort. There's doctors that have bad diagnosed me for things that I've never had. And I've gotten medicated for things that I've never had. So it's like...
There isn't a single girl in this room that believes what you're saying. Yo, look.
for things that I've never had. And I've gotten
There isn't a single human being in this room that believes a single word that you're
medicated
saying.
for things that I've never had. So it's like
Even the girl
it's-
next to you is like,
killing us.
Jesus
We
Christ.
went down a tangent
Yeah.
from that. I want to.
Oh my God, you could
we're
say
talking
that.
about we're talking about body positivity, whether
Yes.
we think it promotes unhealthy habits. We're going to bring in our disagreeer.
Oh my God.
And then continue the convo.
Yeah.
So I didn't step forward because I really hate the toxicity that has come from people being like, oh, body positivity promotes obesity and blah, blah, blah. I hate that so much. I think there is like the minutest people who are doing that. The vast majority, I do not think promote obesity. Body positivity to me is just loving your body, accepting your body how it is, and not hating yourself. Like you shouldn't have to wake up every day because you're 400 pounds
Lazy as
and
fuck.
hate yourself.
Lazy.
Like, I don't think anybody should be
Fucking
hating themselves. So that
lazy.
to me is what
Lazy.
body positivity is about. And it's also about equality in how people are treated. Like, for example, Lizzo gets called out so much on like, oh my God, she's out there with her ass and stuff. Like, ugh, it's so disgusting. But Chapel Roan, who, God, I love Chapel Roan, was at Gumball and came out as Statue of Liberty and had her ass out. Did not see a single person online saying, oh, so why does she have her ass out? It's like, it's a double standard. People inherently hate fat bodies. And
Okay, I have an opinion about this, right? So
IDGF what they say they are obese, the truth hurts.
that's exactly what I'm about to say. The truth is when you look at a person, your immediate reaction is you're disgusted. That's my immediate reaction. When I see someone who is really like, none of these people make me disgusted. Maybe there's on the left slightly, but these people, they don't really disgust me because I've become accustomed to looking at bitches like that. When I see a really person, not person, it could be man, woman, ape, I get this. I'm like, ew, that is so when people try to be like, oh, look at me, and they wear very revealing shit, I don't like it, and neither does most of the population. It's not a double standard. Yeah, like a 600-pound life type of person wearing a bikini, that makes me feel disgusted because your skin isn't supposed to look like that.
don't think
Your body isn't supposed to look
I
like
actually
that.
disagree with that because I do see people hating on Chapel Rowan for the
Seen
way that she
obese
looks and
people
her
saying
outfits.
eat
And
whatever
there's going
is
to be hate on
promoting
both
unhealthy
sides.
habits
But
now.
100%.
I meant like the volume of hate that Lizzo gets compared to Chapel Roan. Like I would say, like it's much smaller. Like I just you constantly hear about like Lizzo, and
I have a question. I have a question
Yeah.
about Lizzo. Okay,
Always
one of
comes
the
back to Lizzo.
one of the few,
she's lost weight too.
I know.
She's lost a lot of weight right now.
One of the few times I
Lost
saw
a lot
her
of weight.
streaming,
Wow,
she
baby.
had this gorgeous cake was gifted to her, enormous. Went in with it with a fork and was eating constantly and talking to the camera while she was streaming. The volume of the cake that she ate, I just went, oh my God, how many people are watching this? It was a horrible representation. I hated every moment of it. What do you have to say about that?
well, my question would be, if there was a thin person doing that, would you have had that same
Yes.
reaction?
Yeah.
Okay, then I think it's more about.
I wouldn't. If I see someone who's thin, right? If I see someone who is thin eating a whole cake to themselves, I don't really give a fuck. I don't care. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that doesn't really disgust me. You're just eating. You're thin, so you probably got there from hard work. So I don't really care. When I see a shit,
Like she's not promoting obesity by eating cake on camera. She's just, eating cake
But
on
if
camera.
she's a representation of body positivity and she's behaving this way, is that promoting
Have
a
you
negative
noticed
light?
that she just posted a video that she lost weight? Like
No,
that
no,
was-
absolutely don't.
Yeah.
I
She just
absolutely
posted
not.
a video
I
and she
absolutely
lost
did not.
weight. You can see the difference.
Because I don't want her in my algorithm.
So it was just probably that one day that you saw her doing that, but that doesn't identify her as a whole person.
They
Yeah,
are
in
losing
defense of
weight,
Lizzo.
they talking GNG.
she just said that doesn't identify her as a person. Yo, she can't even articulate her words properly, bro, but she always has the most to say.
Oh, not a sentence I want to read. It depends on her. I have seen her post like, oh, here's a green smoothie that I got, or here's me with my salad, or like, here I am at the gym. I think there is this weird stigma where people that are overweight have to be perfect all the time. They can never just just have a cake. And I agree, it's challenging. I agree, it's not great. Listen, I'm not saying that's great.
That was
Not
too
great.
much.
But I'm saying that this one instance of her doing this amidst all her other ones of her trying to be healthy.
Can I go on the opposite side of that? Like with Lizzo, there's like Eugenia Clooney. She's a very
Yes,
petite, tiny
Eugenia.
woman. Why are people saying, "Oh, good job, Lizzo"? Like, good job for eating healthier. But like when Eugenia Clooney's like trying to eat something, like
But is Eugenia Cooney allowed have hashtag body positivity?
She does sometimes. So
Is
she promotes herself literally wearing like tiny
Because
outfits, showing her body.
That was my whole point. Is like these extremes are hijacking it.
Yeah,
I agree.
They're not
like,
good representation.
Yeah,
No.
that, like the algorithm, they will push out the most extreme cases because they get the most views, and that's what people want to see.
Yes, it's dangerous.
Including these conversations. Although this was pretty reasonable. All right, let's reset.
No matter who you are, there's no denying that
Hey.
it's a lie. Now.
I have taken a weight loss drug. Will the agreeers please step forward?
I guess everybody's perfect.
I'm like trying to see like what do we define as drugs?
I think we're talking about the
Like
weight-
Ozempic?
Pills
Yeah,
or
wait. Well, any
Like diet pills.
drug that you've taken.
wait, I'll-
Sorry. But yeah, come on in. Let's hear your story too.
I have used weight
Clearly
loss
didn't work.
drugs before I knew the power of them in college and that you could get them over the counter, but they were incredibly strong and probably needed to be controlled at that time. But I don't know. I was just so obsessed with my body size. I've pretty much my whole life. That's just the culture, American culture. That
This one's kind of boring. Just skip to this one.
Fit women are more attractive than fat women.
All right, if I don't see all 8 people, at least 7, because I know this torta on the right, she's definitely not stepping foot. If I don't see the rest of these people all step forward, I'm gonna head with the BB gun on GTA 5.
Will the agreeers
First Indian I see get.
I would definitely agree. Fit women are more attractive than like plus size women, only because me having this body, it shows that I can commit to something, right? And it shows that I'm hardworking. So I feel like men looking at my body can see, oh, okay, she's dedicated. She put in the work, and that can be an attractive quality that men see in me. I would definitely go for like a more muscular.
This is for everything though. Fit people are more attractive than fat people. When you're fit, you clearly see the discipline that somebody has over their own body. You know what I'm saying? Everyone can get fat if they don't exercise. Everyone can get fat if they don't eat healthy. It's like, what?
Right. So that kind of shows that we have something in common, something that we can work on together.
So gym dates.
Yeah, gym dates for sure.
All right, thank you. Can we bring in the disagreeers?
That shit is crazy.
Flamed alive right now. It's all good.
I'm bisexual, so I
Hey,
love
girl, me
women.
too.
I knew it. I knew she was gonna speak. All she does is speak, man. Don't lose weight. Don't do nothing. All she just open her mouth. All she does.
All women are beautiful. I've had relationship with women that are fit, they are not fit, variety. And I can tell you that personality-wise, the skinniest ones and the most beautiful ones have had a personality that I cannot work with. Me, personally. Me. So-
What does that have to do with physical attraction though?
Yeah.
And it comes from a place that the way that I grew up, the way that they grew up, thoughts, minds, you surround yourself with people that you like, that is like you. Your personality has more
That's true.
beauty than the way that you look.
Your physical looks will disappear. My grandma, she used to be a very petite, tiny woman, grew up in the Philippines. My grandpa the same way. Now they're a little bigger, they're more comfortable. 50 years later, still in love.
yeah.
My grandpa always
Yeah, because they're f***ing old. Why are we using old people as references? Everything that these people say doesn't even correlate to the question. I think personality is better. Yeah, but what did you go off? Like, what did you go based off of when you first seen them? Like, when you seen that they were attractive? Like, what the fuck?
just makes jokes. Like, when I remember growing up, you know, like, this is Burger King and this is McDonald's. I'm
I
the
figured
king,
him
and I
out. It's
love it.
rage bait.
And I'm like, that's my grandpa. He showed me, like, you can appreciate a woman through all the changes, you know? Like,
Exactly.
And that's what I love. Like, I could be, once I get skinny, like, my boyfriend can still love me, but maybe he loves me more because how I am personally.
I think people like to be like, oh, it's always going to be the fit woman is more attractive than the plus size woman. I just don't think that's true. Like, there's a lot of beautiful fit women. There's also a lot of not very beautiful ones.
Right.
You know what I mean? To assume that size will always equal more attractive, I just think is like.
True. There are a lot of ugly people out there. That does make sense. But we're talking about in general. I think everyone's talking more about personal preference. I don't know if maybe he is asking about like personally. Then I guess everyone has their own opinion. It makes sense. But I'm saying in general, I feel like people who are more fit, they don't have to be six pack. The girls don't have to have a fat ass, fat breasts. They just have to be in shape. Like they just can't be obese. Non-obese people are more often than not better looking than obese people?
Silly. It's a case by case basis.
Because I'm more on the healthy side.
Well, you can be thin and not healthy.
Yeah,
Let's be
yeah,
clear.
exactly.
But the biggest issue I have with what you said, I disagree with you. I think as a fit girl as well, fit girlies, I still disagree with you because there's beautiful women who are in bigger bodies.
Why the fuck did she laugh when she said fit girlies? You're not part of us.
Like, I feel like it's an
The
arrogance
hell?
almost to be like, oh, because I'm fit, I'm more attractive. Like that's, it's ridiculous. And the biggest issue I have was what you said about men being attracted to you more just because you're fit. I think that that's basing your worth on a man. And I'm married, as a married woman saying that, I just don't understand.
No, but attraction. Wow, these people, like, they don't. Oh my God, women speak without understanding what's coming out of their mouth. She just said you're basing it off of men's, like, look, listen to what she said, right? You ready? 'Cause what she just said is actually.
It's ridiculous. And the biggest issue I have was what you said about men being attracted to you more just because you're fit. I think that that's basing your worth on a man.
Yeah, that's how we reproduce. That's what happens. You get attracted to someone, fall in love with them, you reproduce, you get married, you go to heaven, you have kids, all of that. It's like, what the fuck are niggas even talking about anymore? That's the whole thing. Fit women are more attractive than fat women. Attraction, men. That's what we're talking about. Why are we?
And I'm married, as a married woman saying that, I just don't understand what that has to do with the principle of just.
Turn into this right here for a day. See how many times your husband you in a day. I swear to God, he won't even kiss you.
Physical attraction.
Swear to God, he won't even kiss you.
If someone else deems you as attractive, it's like just solely based on the physical. So I 100% disagree with you.
I was debating actually stepping forward because of just what society has taught me my whole life is like, fit is more beautiful, that is more beautiful, that is more beautiful. And I've really had to work on unlearning that, like for so many years, when I was like.
Yeah, because you're fat, so you had to do that.
The reason I'm not in a relationship is because I'm fat. Like I need to lose weight and then I'll become in a relationship, then someone will love me. And I thought that for so many years. And like my self-confidence was like down here. And I really had to work on unlearning that. And I'm still trying to unlearn that. But like
This shit is just kind of funny though, no?
People are attracted to different things. So if you ask one person, they're gonna tell you, oh, this is what I'm attracted to. And if you ask someone else, they might have a completely different answer. So I think
I just want to let you know that every single thin woman here, I wouldn't fuck anyone, but if I had to choose to fuck people, it would literally only be these 4 women here. I wouldn't touch the other woman. And that's for a reason. It's because look at their faces. Like, just look. That's not a thing to anybody.
attractiveness is subjective. I think when it comes to society 100%.
Yeah, Face Clan need to debate these people.
I mean, I hear a lot of what you're saying, but I'm curious. Anybody want to share, like, what is the type of body that you're attracted to?
To men, on men, other. Or
Well,
the
I don't know.
opposite.
There's people who are attracted to So whether it's men or women, what kind of bodies are you attracted to?
Because I've been smaller and bigger. I am tall. I already am eliminating a majority of people because I'm one taller man than me. But you know what? Somebody on your show, Zach Miko.
Was that the tall guy?
It was a model.
Oh, yeah.
Was a plus size model? He was
Yes.
cute.
So
Unfortunately married.
So it's
That's a plus size model?
a model.
Oh, yeah.
He looks like a regular father. That's plus size for men? Wow. And he's leaning over. So he's fit. Yes or no, is he fit? Because he's a dad. He's at least 35 years old, which means that he's in a great shape for his age. Had kids, all of that shit. His wife makes him meals, or probably not because he's on the show. He probably doesn't have a wife, but like, bro, he's not obese whatsoever. He's not fat at all.
Was a plus size model? He was
Yes.
cute.
So
Unfortunately married.
So it's like I have dated some fantastically gorgeous men, but when I feel most comfortable and myself, and I can feel just kind of let.
There it is. There it is. I was waiting. Because the man doesn't look that good, they feel like they look better. And that's what women want. Women don't like to look too good because then they're like, oh shit, I'm kind of fucking ugly. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, oh shit, like, oh fuck, like, oh man. Every time I've been with a girl and I told them I want to start going gym and doing this and getting fit, they always are against it in a negative way. And I've always wondered, like, why? It's because they don't want you to look too good. They don't want you to look good because then they're gonna feel like shit every time they're with you. This shit is crazy.
Let it all out is a guy that's has some cushion. Gym people for gym people. And that kind of seems like unattainable, not my vibe.
No, I appreciate the specificity.
So I do have a type, but also like I've never.
The f did you say? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So I'd say like my type.
I'll pause the video a million times if I want to. You want to watch the video? Here, I got you, bro. Look here. Here, bro. Here. Go watch the video by yourself. Way out the lobby.
Goes from.
Who you chatting to, bro?
My type goes from like Prince Air to
DNA. Stop.
Yes, the comedian Fluffy. I just feel like I could like hug him. Like he would give the best hugs and be like the best person.
It's a very wide range.
Yeah, a very wide range of
a
lot of infinites to that. But like I don't discriminate against like body type or anything like that.
It's funny because
DNA biggest troll in chat.
Like what I like
biggest
in women
hater
versus
too.
what I like in men is like very different. So men, I'm very much
Hello,
like,
Sashul.
like dad bods are kind
Tell
of
me.
like what I'm the most attracted to. I don't want someone like super big, but I also don't like super skinny or like super buff. Like you have a little muscle, that's fine, but like the really buff guys, like not my thing. But for women,
Women say this until okay. There's 3 people left on earth. It's her, a fat nigga, and a nigga with some crazy amount of muscles. All of these women are there. Are you telling me that all them women are gonna pick the fat guy to reproduce with to restart Earth? Come on. Last people on Earth, you genuinely think that they're gonna choose the guys? Come on, bro. Come on, man. Bro, I don't have a Twitter community. I should probably make
like,
one.
way more different kinds of women, like thin, big, like I don't know. I'm just way more.
I just got my Twitter account back. Actually, they unbanned me. I have 0 followers.
Like when I'm swiping on,
They took away all my
dating
followers.
apps, like I'll maybe swipe on like 1 in every 20 men, and like women, it's like 1 in 5. Women, I just think overall are much more beautiful than men. Like even
That's
And
true.
you have better profiles. Let's get this.
yes, that too.
Nah, women are definitely beautiful. Women are the most beautiful creatures on
To
earth.
set a high standard for body image. Will the agreeers please step forward?
It's okay for models to set a high standard for body image.
I did some modeling as a kid and as a teenager, and even now as an adult, I did pinup. There's definitely like a high expectation and standard, especially like in runway modeling and things like that, because they push out these clothing and they only do it in certain sizes. There's standards that different companies have that they want to push out certain things. So like for pinups, they want you to look a certain way, they want you to do your makeup a certain way, they want you to dress a certain way for that style. And same thing for like Victoria's Secret, they want to promote lingerie, and there's a standard for each company and they have to live up to that standard based on what they're trying to promote.
And personally for me, I always looked up to thin people. I always found them very beautiful.
Yeah, this one, okay, like her hair is ridiculous. Like, I can't screen no more, to be honest. That I don't know how you can look. Even her chin is shit's crazy.
For models to have a higher standard of beauty, because
Yeah, we're just gonna skip past this question because if it's talking, I don't.
Women should be fit enough to protect themselves. Will the agreeers step forward?
This is something that I always say.
Oh my god, the bitches on the right didn't want to step forward. Look.
Will the agreeers step forward?
They hesitated because they don't feel like that's the case, but they were like, everyone else is
I
going.
always say, listen, no shame to people that are thinner, but I just think you're so vulnerable when you're thin. Like if you're petite and you're frail and you're not strong enough to fight back, I don't think that's safe for you. I'm a proponent of like building muscle. That way you're.
I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not trying to be weird when I say this, but if me and her got into I would rock her. Because you don't need to understand that in terms of physical strength, a woman can't be as strong as a man. An average man can beat like the average woman 10 times over. 10 of them, to be honest. Women are very weak, and I feel so bad that they are, but women are very weak. They just need a man.
30. That way, if
That's all it
someone tries
is.
to come
You
up
need
on
a
me,
man.
they're going to feel.
Well, I love
something.
petite women. Love it, bro.
Yes. Like it sucks that we're in a society that we do, but we have to.
Yes.
You're prone to danger at any moment. Know some punches, know some locks. I don't know, but yeah, definitely stay prepared.
Know some locks. You don't even have to worry, bro. You're no you, bro. Chill. Your breath. This She has 4 breasts. Like what?
Fair.
Yeah, as someone who trains kickboxing, boxing, and Muay Thai, at our facility, like we do offer like women's self-defense classes, and like no matter like what body size you are, I highly recommend every single woman to take at least one class just so you know the basics and just like for your own protection.
Well, I got attacked by a dog once when I was on a walk.
That's just not what we're talking about. This. Yo, is this? Yo, she wants to train. She wants to train because she got attacked by a dog. Wow, that is crazy.
I have abused my body. Will the agree or step forward?
Personally, for me, I've always suffered with anxiety and depression.
None
since
of
I
the
was young.
fit
I haven't
people,
grown up in the best
none of the
areas.
actual fit people
I-
stood up. Like the ones who are actually in shape, because this isn't really in shape. She's just not fat. None of the actual fit people stood up and said that they've abused their body. I wonder why.
Self-harm in different ways. I suffered with.
I think everything I said about your programs play out back. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Sometimes
You lot are just being mean, man.
When I look in the mirror, I'm just like,
Look at them.
What is wrong with you? And I was 13, 12, and around this time, I did not like let them out.
What were some of the tools that were most helpful?
Ease addiction.
Myself. That's really helped me a lot.
I'm sorry. It's like face, cause she dresses like she dresses like she's 7 years old, bro. Like, bro.
Addiction is
You need producer tag?
the disease that tells your brain that the
720 on this
solution.
dick.
My biggest addiction was
720 on this dick. Ooh,
And
that one is
I-
hard.
and you get a serotonin kick. Everybody has a vice because that's
Oh, it's
something
cool.
cheap and fast. At some point, you're not a victim anymore. Like you're actually doing it to yourself. This lifestyle of this and up and down, and how I even abused myself, how I used to talk to myself, and you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not
I just
thin
did one,
enough.
bro.
You know, you're never enough. Until I changed the way I spoke to myself, did a changes ever happen and maintain?
Abuse my body a lot by being an emotional eater. Like I'm a very emotional person. Actually, I just
Strong
found out,
Eddie.
last year that I have BPD. Ever since I was a teenager,
Strong
I have
Eddie.
struggled heavily with
Strong
depression
Eddie
and
on the
suicidal
beat.
thoughts, like all the time. Yeah, I have
Nigga
abused
named
my
himself
body over the
Strong
years,
Eddie.
and I'm trying to love myself more, take better care
Do
of
it.
myself.
Don't try. Just do
Yes.
it.
Well, you
Until-
say that, but it can be hard.
Make it
Yeah, because when you take off your clothes and look in the mirror, you're not happy. That's why you can't love yourself. Gee, yeah, well, I'm done with this video.